Maestro Amos Gitai, thank you very much for joining us, joining the festival, incredible exhibition which you honored with your presence and your art. Me as a musician, I'd like to hear from you your approach of working with music. Like how do you see it? How does it inspire you? How you work with music, with sound?
No, I liked a lot the exhibition that Ori, our wonderful friend, did. I mean, he's talented.
Incredibly talented.
Some of the arts, I'm just an architect, I'm going back. Son of a Bauhaus architect, father of an architect. So the thing I think is a big mistake of cinema and theater, that they use music only as illustrative component. And I like to use cinema as interpretation. So I like that the music is helping you to interpret this, not to illustrate it. It's a big difference.
Absolutely.
So I'm always joking when I see in Hollywood film, like the heroine will go up the stairs and the music will come up. We don't need it.
In your current work, how do you work with music? How do you work with musicians? Do you work with contemporary composers? So what inspires one another? Is there always a dialogue, or like a visual and sound, the story, the concept, the message?
So I think at this point I think that I like essentially hybrid works. So when I do, let's say, the last piece of theater, there is some classical pieces like Lux Aeterna of Ligeti. There is maybe Benjamin Britten War Requiem, the Lacrimosa, maybe some Bach, maybe Dupart, the text of Baudelaire. Maybe have a very wild and creative synthesizer guy who was born in Russia, in Ural, came as a single guy to Israel. Now he lives in Berlin. And Alexei is a very interesting guy, and we start always with chaos. I think chaos is a very interesting thing, because I think it's not surprising that the Bible, the biblical story about Genesis, it starts with Tov Vavoh, with chaos. So I think creativity have to start with chaos. Otherwise, you have too many preconceived ideas. So to answer your questions, how do I work with a musician? I at this stage of my life, I only work with people that I like, that are not too psychorigid, that we can voyage and try things until we reach something that we like.
And just can you tell a little bit more about the chaos when you say? I mean, it's very interesting to me. So the way it doesn't start with you as one thing. So then when you start to work in creating a project or an idea, it's many things together, then you kind of select there, and you like a sculpture, you cut things off, or what exactly is the chaos?
No, people now they use anarchism as a negative statement. Okay, these people are anarchists, Putin would say, but Netanyahu would say, all these guys. But actually, let's say in the Spanish Civil War, the more interesting people were not the Stalinists or the Frankists, but the anarchists, because they were very creative. And so, going back to the Bible, without being religious, but I think it's a fundamental text. I think it's a genius idea that he or she, the writer of the Bible, says that the creation of the cosmos starts by chaos. And then what is the next text? It says, Vayhi Or, let there be light. Now it took a lot of Nobel Prizes and billions of dollars to discover that the cosmos was created by the Big Bang. What is the Big Bang? A light.
Flash.
And this is written in a text without any scientific knowledge. So it's amazing.